Hello all you how-to hubbers. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a sticky sidebar using a little bit of CSS and some imagination, of course. We're going to build a sidebar that looks beautiful and brings you to any part of this page that you want to. And not only that, I'm going to give you the JSON files so you can actually upload this whole page and also this page too. So you're going to get two pages. And then with both of these pages, you can use these for anything you want to. You can use them for if you have an agency, you can use them if you're a local business, or if you have an e-com site, or if you're an affiliate marketer. And with these JSON files, you just upload them to your site and create the pages using the JSON files, and you don't have to go through all of the steps to create it. But if you watch the whole video, you're going to learn how to set this up so that you'll be able to change all these elements out for your particular project. Now, for full transparency, you're going to need Divi by Elegant Themes in order to upload these JSON files and implement them so that you can use them on your website. If you don't have Divi by Elegant Themes and you want to purchase it through my link, which I do get a commission from if you buy through my link, but it doesn't affect the cost that you pay for it. The link will be in the description below. Also, the link to these JSON files will be in the description below as well. So let's watch the video. I'll see you on the other side. First off, we're going to start here on the dashboard, and we're going to go to pages, and we're going to add a new page. And I'm just going to call this page Sticky Sidebar. And of course, we're going to use the Divi builder. And if you don't have Divi by Elegant Themes, I have a link in the description there below. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a new section here. So click on this blue button. Then we're going to add a single column flex row right here. Then we can close this right here. And so I'm going to get rid of this right here. So we just got this right here. And so what we want to do is we want to get rid of this padding around here. See how much padding is there? Okay, so we're going to click on the little gear wheel right here. And we're going to open this up in design and spacing. And here we're going to put padding. We're going to put 0 there. And then we're going to hit this little link button, which will put it on both sides. And you see the space disappeared. So now this bar is right here in between. So now we're going to click inside the row here so we get the row workspace over here, and then we're going to click on content and we're going to click on elements here. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a new column. So it adds a new column here to the row. Okay, now that we have these two elements here in this one row, what we want to do first is we want to make sure that we go to the first column here, and we want to click on this little pencil. We want to name this column because we're going to have lots of different things here in this column. So to make it easier to find later on in this, we're going to need to know which column is which. I'm going to name this Sticky Column 1. I know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give it a background color. I'm going to hit on here. I'm just going to bring this little circle here all the way down, just like that. So then that one column is black. And then what we're going to do is we're going to close this up, and then we're going to go into the sizing menu by clicking on design and go into the sizing menu here and come down here to where it says column class. Click on that, and then we're going to change this to 1/4. Next, we're going to click on the spacing menu here, and we're going to add 3% spacing. So we're going to change this to percentage, 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 and we're going to add 3% to all 4 sides here. 3% there. We're going to click on this, and it's going to put 3%, and we're going to hit 3% here, and click this, and so now it's got 3% on all 4 sides. Okay, now we're going to close this, and we're going to go back to the elements again. We're going to go back to the row settings here, and we're going to go back to the elements. And as you can see, the first element is called Sticky Column 1. So we're going to go to the second column here, click on this button. And now that we're in this column over here, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the background, and we're going to make sure that's assigned background is white, which it is already. See, FFFF, that means it's white. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the design tab. We're going to go to the sizing again, I'm going to come down to where it says full, and we're going to make it 3/4. Alright, in the parent row settings, by clicking on this gear icon again, we're going to be into the parent row content. See, there's a row right there. And what we want to do is we want to make the background color black. Okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to go into the design element right here. We're going to make sure we go to layout. And then the horizontal gap and the vertical gap, we're going to make them both 0. So 0 there and 0 there. And then when you click outside, make sure they stay 0. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go down to sizing here. We're going to make this 100%. And we're going to make this 100%. Make sure that's percentage there. As you can see, it expanded this whole thing right straight across. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little content here. So we're going to click this plus button here. I'm going to add an image module right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here, go to my images. And I'm actually just going to put my site logo there just for now. You can put whatever you want there. I'm just going to put my site logo. So there it is right there. And so what we're going to want to do next is we want to click on the link tab here. You got in the content right here. Just click on the link tab. And what we're going to do here is we're going to click in here and we're going to make this little, it looks like a bunch of discs right there. It's called Insert Dynamic Content. And when you click on that, we can add a home page link right here. So we're going to click on that and make a home page link. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to click on this button right here and we're going to add a heading element right there, right? And so we're going to click here and we're going to go to our heading and you're going to see the title goes here. So in this title I'm just going to put Local Biz Agency. Okay, but now as you see, you don't see nothing over here, right? All you see is the black. So what you need to do is we need to go into the design and we need to go into the heading and we need to make the color, let me see, heading, color, text. We're going to click here and make it white. And now you can see Local Biz Agency. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, hover over here just like that and we're going to hit this plus button. And then we're going to put a divider element in there. So I'm just going to spell out divider and you're going to put divider there. Now we can make this divider element whatever color that we want. And so now what we want to do is we want to make this line white, right? So we'll just go over here to design and we'll click on the line here. You can see this color right here. We'll just click on that color and we'll bring this dot over to the white. And as you can see now the line is white. Okay, next we're going to do a nested row. So we're going to put another row on the bottom here to house our links. So we're going to click on this plus button here and we're going to go to new row and we're going to click on this right here. And what we're going to do here is we're going to add another heading row. And we're going to call this, we could put whatever we want in here in this heading. So this depends on what kind of a page you want to make. Okay, so the way this is starting out here is this is going to look like kind of like an about page. And so you want to have other elements in here. This is going to be the page and this is going to be almost, like the navigational part of the page. So instead of people having to scroll up and down to the different sections, these link sections is what's going to link to this page. So how do I want to design this as an about page for this local biz, which is my fictitious agency here, so to speak. So since this is local biz agency, I'm going to name this like SEO because it's going to be local biz agency. So it's like an agency for local businesses. And so I'm going to click on this button here and I'm going to go to the text, and right here we could put the title in the text. and I'm just going to write in there SEO. Okay, and I'm going to go to design, and I'm going to go to heading text, and I'm going to make it white again. Heading text color white, and so we're going to have SEO. So I'm going to go back to the content here, and I'm going to go to the link, and in this link URL I'm just going to put a asterisk, and I'm going to put SEO there, so that when you click on this SEO, it's going to go to the SEO element that's going to be in this part right here. Okay, so I hope you understand that. And so now what you want to do is you want to repeat the steps as many times as you want to. Like if you're going to have whatever you're going to have in your business, like for an agency it might be SEO, then it might be content creation, then it might be website design, and different things like that. So the more, if you want to add more of these elements here, all you got to do is like hit the duplicate right here, and so I'm going to put like 5. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, and so that's going to be 5 altogether. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one up here is 5, right? 3, 4, 5. Yep. And so now here you can click in here, and you can rename this whatever you want by clicking in this gear icon right here. And instead of being SEO, it could be content creation. Like just clicking content there, and then you just go to the text right here and put content here, and then you just go to the next one and do the same thing. So you click on this gear icon here, and you could make this a website design, right? And then make sure you go to the link, and where it says SEO here, just put in, I'm just going to put in web, and then you could go to the next one, click the gear icon on that, and then you could call that one link building. So in this link here, I'll just put link, and then in the text I'll just put link building, and then we could go to the next one here, and then I'll put reputation management, and then I'll just put in the link right here, I'll just put reputation. Okay, so those are the links I'm going to have in the sidebar over here. Now if you want to make these smaller, you can. So if we start with the SEO, say, okay, we click on that gear icon, say this is getting too big, right? So we go to the SEO, and we click on that icon, and we go to the design, and we go to the heading text right here. Now these are all H1 headings. Now you can make them smaller by going to the heading size right here and just making them smaller. So let's make it like say 25. Make them 25, and then you just go to the next one here, and then you go 25, and then to the next one here, click on the gear icon, and just go down to 25. So see, every time you click on a different gear icon, it brings it back to that particular element settings. And so we can go down to 25 here, and then the last one, go down to 25. And so now you see this all fits on one line, so that looks a lot better, right? Okay, now if you wanted to like add some social media icons down here, you would just go to this plus sign here, and you want to add a new row, and we'll click on this row right here, and then we come down here and we go to social media follow, just like that. And so what we want to do now is, like right here in the social networks, if we click on this first pencil right here, we're going to click on network, and then see Facebook is already there. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep Facebook there. You can click down here, you can pick any kind of social network that you want, but for now we're going to keep Facebook. We're going to go into the design and the icon, and we want to pick a color. So if you want to make it white so it looks good in a black background, you can, or you can come out way over here and make it red if you want to, and you can make them all different colors. So we'll click the X on that, so we're going to keep the Facebook on that, and we'll go back to the social networks. We'll go to content, elements, and we'll put another social network here. We'll go to networks, I'm going to click on this, and let's say we go to YouTube, right? So go to YouTube, and then I'm going to hit the design button and go to the icon. And this time I'm going to make this one white just for the heck of it. So now we have Facebook and YouTube, right? And so we get out of here, we go back to social network up here, back to the parent, and then we go to the content again, the elements, and so we're going to add another element, and we're going to go to the networks, and we're going to click another element here. So let's do Instagram. Click on Instagram, go to design, icon, pick the color, and I'll do red again. So now we have Instagram. So you keep on doing that until you have all your social networks over here. And then make sure when you're here in Instagram, if you want to link it to your Instagram, you just put your Instagram link right here. And the same thing if you want to go back here to the networks, the elements. And so we can do this one here. So this one here is Facebook. We could click here and put the link to Facebook there. And then you can go back to the elements again. And then go down here to this one here, which is YouTube. And put your YouTube link in there. So that's how you do social networking. So now before we go and design the rest of this page, we want to make sure that this sidebar stays sticky so it doesn't move when you scroll the page here, that this is going to stay in place. So we're going to go here, we're going to click on this gear icon in the blue section right there in the settings, and we're going to go to the advanced. See, we're in the section settings, so we're going to go to advanced, and we're going to go to scroll effects down here, and we are going to make it stick to the top. Okay, so now when we make this page and we scroll down, this is going to stay here. We'll get out of there. Now make sure that you save everything that you've done so far so you don't lose anything. Okay, now we're going to create the pages here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to add a new row, and I'm going to add in a double row here. Okay, and in this first row I'm going to add a heading text, and I'm going to just make sure, you know how it's uptight up here to the top and to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the design, and I'm going to go into the spacing and top margin. I'm just going to put some margin there from the top, maybe about 12. And then I'm going to go to the left side here, and I'm going to add some spacing there, maybe 12 again, so now it looks a little bit better, right? And so what I want to do now is I want to copy this, so I'm going to have two text elements, or two heading elements, but this heading element here, I'm going to go and I'm going to click on the gear icon, and I'm going to go to heading text here, and I'm going to make this an H2. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm making these elements right here. So this first one here is going to be, if I go to the content here, I go to text, and it says your title here, I'm going to put it SEO, right? And in the H2 tag, I'm just going to put there meta tags, right? And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add another text element there. I'm going to put that there, and here's going to be some lorem ipsum, just this styling right here. I'm not going to put nothing in here. It just depends on what your niche is, right? But again, we want to take this away from the left here. So what I'm going to do in this is I'm going to go into design, I'm going to go into spacing, and I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to go give it like 12 like the other one. So now it's lined up. Now in this element over here, I'm going to add an image. So I'm going to click on image here, and I'm going to go to my images, and I'm going to put this SEO image in there, just like that. Now again, I want to take this down from the top because it's right up against the top, right? So go to the design, spacing, and at the top I'll give it 12. Okay, so now everything's symmetrical here, right? Now,
Here I'm also going to add another element here. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to put a button there. Okay, so now this could be, you do SEO, here's your meta tags, and you get a little image here. And then here, when you click here, it can go to the page about SEO. So when you're creating an about page, right, you want to be able to connect all your other pages. It's called interlinking. So we're talking about the about page, SEO, the meta tags, and a little blip about meta tags, and this link would go to your SEO page, okay? But right now we're just making this so that we can do the scroll on the left. So now what I want to do, since I got all this all set up, right? Now see, now this is too much over here. So again, I want to click on this and I want to go to the design, spacing, and on the right, I'm going to give it 12, right? So now when I go here, now you can see it's away from the corner over here. Now what we can do is we can duplicate this. So we come up to here and we click on duplicate, and so we made another one right here. But I want to have this opposite. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over here to the left side to the wire view, and what I'm going to do is I am going to take this image, I'm going to drag it over here, and then I'm going to take this heading and I'm going to drag it over here. And I'm going to take this other heading, I'm going to put it underneath that heading right there. And then I'm going to take this text and I'm going to put it underneath both of those. Right? Now I'm going to take the button and I'm going to put it underneath all of that. Okay, so when we get out of our wire, you can see now we have the image over here. Now it's too far to the left over there. So I'm going to go on the settings here and I am going to go to spacing here and I'm going to make this 0 and I'm going to go to the left this time and I'm going to put 12 on that. Okay, so now it's away from the thing. Okay, so now we got these two elements here. But here is the second element. I want to make this content. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to go into the content, into the text, and I'm just going to put content there. And then instead of having meta tags, I'm going to have blog post. Okay? So now I have 3 more designs to make. So now if I go into the wireframe again, what I can do is I could duplicate this whole thing. So I could duplicate it. So I could take this whole thing and I could bring it down here like that. And then I could do the same thing here. I could duplicate this one and I could come over here and I could take it and I could bring it down right under here. And so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got to make one more. So if I duplicate this one here, and then I take this one and I bring it down underneath here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now if I go back into the wire, we can see now I have all these in there, right? And they're all spaced the same and everything. So now I have content here, I have blog posts, and here we need, call this web design, right? And this one we could call website design, and we could put local service. So local service website design. And then this one here we could call link building. And then we could call this off page. And if we go to the last one here, this one we call reputation management. And then in this one here we could put Google business profile. Now what you want to do to connect everything, right? Let's save our what we've done so far, okay? So now what we want to do is we want to make sure that these are all connected, right? So if we go here to the gear icon here, and we go to advanced, we go to attributes, and we want to add an attribute. And we want to add an ID for the attribute. And right here, I remember I put SEO in small letters. So it's got to be exact, right? And if you don't remember, so let's save what we got so far. So that if you don't remember, if you click in here and you go to the content and you go to the link, you can see you got SEO in small letters, okay? So now if we go to the content, we can see that we have content with capital T. So if I copy this, highlight it and copy it, and I go to the gear icon and the elements here, and I go to advanced, and then I go to attributes and add an attribute and click on ID. I can now paste the ID right there, just like that. I'm going to save what I got. So now we want to go to web design. We want to see what we got here for web design. Go to the content, to the link, and all I got is web in small letters, right? So I'm going to copy, and I'm going to go to the web design row here, and I'm going to click on the gear icon. I'm going to go to advanced attributes, add the attribute ID, and then I'm going to put in the paste right there, so it's web. Save that. Next one is link building, so we're going to click on link building. We're going to go to the content, to the link, and right now it just says link. You don't need to copy the hashtag, just the word itself. Copy, then go to the link row with the gear icon, click on the advanced attributes, add the attribute ID, right mouse click, and then paste the ID in there. And then one more, we got the reputation management. So we're going to save this, go to reputation management, go to the content, to the link, copy this. Must have misspelled it, but that's okay. We'll copy that. Now I'm going to go to the reputation management row. I'm going to click on the gear icon, go to advanced attributes, add the attribute ID, and then paste it right there. And I'm going to save what I got. So now when I click on these elements, I'm going to go to preview, and if I click on reputation management, it should go down to reputation management, which it does. I want to go back up to SEO, it goes back up to SEO. Website design, link building, content. So as you can see, it goes to the different rows like you want it to. So if somebody wanted to see reputation management, they just go there. They can read you a little bit about reputation management, and then want to go to the page itself. So this would link to the page. So that's the end of this video. I know it was long, but I hope you got something out of this and learned something. It's all about learning when you're talking about a different platform to of builders here. But I think Divi 5 does a good job in doing this without working with CSS and all this other stuff. Anyway, if you got any value out of this and you haven't done so yet, go down there, subscribe to the channel, take the icon bell so you're notified every time I come out with a new tutorial like this. And as always, like the content, share it with anybody you think would get any value, and I'll see you in another video.